At it again. And to close the RNC, there was an interesting choice of song that was made that I don't think people really understood the significance of it. And we're going to dive into that. And you're not going to want to miss it. All right? With that being said, first I will show this video clip of a young lady by the name of The Cottage Singer. I want to make sure I give her a proper shout out. The Cottage Singer on TikTok. She's translating the opera song that was sung to close the RNC. All right. She's actually going to sing it in English. Now let's dive in.
You have probably heard this song so many times, but have no idea what he is saying. Here is Nessun Dorma in English. But my secrets are hidden well. My name no one shall ever know. No, no, oh, but princess, you know these secrets till I tell them in morning light. Then your kiss dissolves the silence of the morning. Come love me, darling. Oh, we will vanish into the night sky. See all those bright stars at dawn. We'll win. We will win. Oh, we will win. We will win.
So yeah, that was the song that was played at the end of the RNC to close it out. Now, once again, shout out to the Cottage Singer. Okay, I want to give a big shout out to her. That was her video clip there, singing the song in English for us all so we could understand the actual words. Now, I want to play this clip from another guy by the name of Official Josh Tolley. I believe that's how you say his name. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing it. But he further goes on to explain an interesting fact about this song in regards to a movie that it's connected with. Let's dive into it.
Did we just watch a conspiracy theory come to life in front of millions of people last night at the RNC? Just track with me. This is going to be a minute, but it's worth it. Grab a drink, sit down. Here we go. First, let me say I am not a supporter of either party. I'm not a member of either party. You can't go on my page and see anything that says vote Trump or vote Biden. I think the two parties are wings of the same evil bird. Okay? Just clear? Got it? Let's keep moving. I'm also not into like whatever that whole thing was for a while with V or Q or U or whatever that was, right? So with that being said, check this out. So for 3 to 4 days at the RNC, we heard that Donald Trump was really into music. More often than I've ever heard in my life that this man loves music, right? Donald Trump has been in the public space since the late 70s. But in 3 days, we heard over and over again how when they're golfing, he selects the music. When they're on the airplane, he's in charge of the playlist. When there's a party, he's the DJ. Over and over. And I'm thinking, that is weird. Why is that always coming up? Then we hear from people like Tucker Carlson and Eric Trump and others how since the Pew Pew attempt on his life, that he has been reflective yet driven, somber yet determined, right? Kind of stoic yet purposeful. And I'm like, okay, well, that makes sense. I would say that sort of stuff too, because you just got, shot in the head. But then at the end of this thing, Donald Trump comes up and he does this speech, long speech, hour and 30 minutes plus, right? Longest speech since Donald Trump in 2016. That guy. Anyway, so he's getting everybody excited. The whole point of the RNC and the DNC is to rally the base, rally Americans who don't have a side yet, like those exist, and somehow get everybody excited. And you end these things on like some awesome rock music, some awesome, like Americana sort of stuff, because that's typically what gets everybody excited. How does Donald Trump end this? He ends it with an opera. And I am not an opera fan. I've never been to the opera. I don't even know the whole point of going, so I'm not that sort of cultured dude, right? But I'm sitting there next to my wife, and I'm listening to this, and I'm thinking this is kind of odd, because I've been to the RNC. I've also been to the DNC. Even though I think it's an evil bird, you'd be surprised on how many of these little evil birds I happen to know. But I'm sitting there next to my wife watching this, because we just had a baby a few weeks ago, and I'm thinking, I know this song. She's like, what? You know this opera song? I'm like, I do. I really do. Now, why do I know this song? Because I happened to, when I was younger, before I was married, honey, had a crush on Bridget Moynihan. And Bridget Moynihan had a movie that everybody watched. No, not Coyote Ugly. That one was good too. But it was called Sum of All Fears. And I've watched that movie probably 30, 40 times. Because it's a Bridget Moynihan movie. It has Morgan Freeman and J-Lo's estranged husband guy. And I've watched this movie over and over, and I'm thinking, I know this song. And then it hits me at 1:41 in the morning. I'm thinking, aha, that's the song at the end of that movie. So if you don't know what that movie's about, this is what's going to really flip your biscuit.
Listen really close to this part. Listen to what he explains, what he says the movie is about, that this song plays at the end of. Because this is how you play chess, not checkers. Check it out.
That movie is about an attempted assassination on a president that does not become successful. The president figures out that the parties that be blamed it on a patsy. And in the movie, at the end, when this opera is playing, the president has figured out who's really behind the effort, and he unalives them all. Just saying. Was that a coincidence? Talk about a crazy, crazy coincidence from somebody who evidently picked the playlist.
Y'all remember when I told you this Trump seems like a 2.0 version? Like, I've said this in several videos. I was like, it almost seems like Trump is playing chess, not checkers. And he knows he has to. He has to. And that's why when there were certain things that were being said and certain things that, were being said that people didn't really like, I'm like, bro, you have to understand. Trump has to play chess. He cannot play checkers. He can't go about this campaign the same way he went about the last ones. It can't happen. He will lose. We will lose. It's over if he does that. He has to play chess. He has to. This is one of those moments that proves that point. He's playing chess, not checkers. To have that song played, knowing the significance of it, not a rah-rah hype song at the end of the RNC to, get the crowd hyped, to get everybody excited and riled up, No. I'm going to play some Luciano. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing his name. Pavarotti. I believe that's the guy who sings the song. Nessun Dorma. I'm probably butchering the name of that song. I'm going to play some opera to close this thing out. And the movie that played at the end of, the movie that song is connected to, you have to play chess, not checkers. You have to play chess, not checkers. And that's why I told you guys in past videos, like, don't get so angry, okay? Because I forgot what had happened. Oh crap! If you guys remember, commented in the comment section. But Trump had said or did something, and there were some people that, you know, some Republicans that were coming out speaking out against him, and I'm like, yo, y'all have to understand. He has to say or do whatever in this moment. Like, he can't do X or say Y, you know, like, he has to do this. He's playing chess. And here we go. I also want to play this clip of Charles Payne interviewing this young lady, because this kind of confirms it a little bit here. Check it out.
Let me jump in before I let you go, because there's an interesting theory out there that Trump picked the last song, right, Nessun Dorma, to send a message to deep state actors, in part because it was at the end of the movie Some of Our All Fears, and we know that movie was about getting rid of terrorists and deep state actors. You're part of the communications teams. Have you guys thought it through that much?
I can neither confirm nor deny it's classified. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You did hear, though, from First Lady Melania Trump earlier in the week. She mentioned her husband is a lover of music. How beautiful, the drama of opera, so beautiful. But I'll leave you with this. President Trump did say last night, for far too long, the American people have expected and accepted far too little from their own government. We know part of his message is to drain the swamp and return government to being of, for, and by the people. And how poetic and operatic is that?
Yeah, and of course, deep state actors beware. Caroline, thank you very much.
Bingo. Checkmate. Bro, listen, I fucking love it. Excuse my language, but this is what I'm talking about. This is what I mean. Man, I love it. Man, I knew it from the jump. I knew it from the very start, because I told you guys in some of those early on sit downs with Trump, when he was in those sit downs, and you had like the Caitlin Collins, I believe there was one before that as well. And they were trying to get him in the gotcha moments. He wasn't taking the bait. Not once did he take it. He gave them zero fuel to, you know, the next day run it all over the, you know, run to the television screens, to the cameras, and scream to the high heavens, oh, Trump said this, Trump said this, Trump said. He gave them nothing. Nothing. In all of those interviews he was doing in town halls and whatever else, he gave them nothing. And I said this at the time. It's like, bro, he's being strategic. This is a Trump 2.0 right here. This isn't the Trump of old. This is a different guy. Like, he's serious about winning. He's very serious. And here's more evidence of it. Here's more evidence of it. Yeah. Honestly, incredible. Incredible. But like I said, he has to be Trump 2.0. He has to play chess, not checkers, because the people that we're up against, they're most definitely playing chess. If you play a game of checkers, you will lose 10 times out of 10. And they almost succeeded. They came that close to succeeding. Just imagine that. That close. They were within the turn of a head and the tilt of succeeding. Millimeters. Mere seconds. Milliseconds, really, because, I mean, he turned his head right before. Incredible. Incredible. You took your shot for the king, and you missed. And no, I'm not calling Trump God. That's obviously just a quote. Trump is no God. I don't want anybody to get my words confused or anything or twist anything. It's just a quote that honestly kind of fits, right? It kind of fits the situation in terms of Trump like being the leader of the Republican Party, right? Or the king of the Republican Party. Obviously, He's not God. That's not what I'm calling him. I just want to make that clear. All right. I don't want anybody twisting that. But yeah, y'all let me know what you thought, man. Incredible stuff. Stay safe out there. Peace and love. I'm out.